With Infinite Warfare's relatively poor sales performance in early November, Activision announced this week that the series would return to its roots. The obvious reading from this is a series reboot focused on the conflict that started the series, World War II. However, with that conflict so oversaturated already in entertainment media, I'd like to pitch Activision a few alternative theatres of war. While Black Ops dipped its toes into Nam, complete with an accompanying Creedence Clearwater revival track, the franchise has never dedicated a title solely to the conflict. The obvious question here: how do you do a war that America lost? The remedy I would propose to this problem is one I think could apply to almost any item on this list. Make it personal. I don't care how much you love Captain Price's mustache, Call of Duty has always struggled with meaningful character development. Imagine a Call of Duty where you play as a drafted 16-year-old. Your goal: make it through the war without dying, committing an atrocity, or getting addicted to heroin. If this sounds callous, it's because I'm painting in broad strokes here. I'm not expecting a serious meditation on war, but Call of Duty has hinted in the past that it can say something meaningful about conflict. Just look at World of War or a few choice moments from Modern Warfare. Outside of survivalists and verdant gun lobbyists, most people don't actually believe that there will come a time when they need to rise up and fight against a tyrannical government. Modern Warfare 2 already did the Red Dawn story, and in the spirit of returning to roots, why not go for the American Revolutionary War? As a British person, and therefore able to speak on behalf of literally all of us, we don't mind if you make us moustache-twiddling baby murderers. At its core, the American Revolutionary War is a perfect underdog story of a people rising up and pushing back against a controlling dictatorship. You have the big battles, the tense raids, and you basically get to be Mel Gibson from that really terrible Patriot movie.
That Gates is a damn fool. He spent too many years in the British Army.
Okay, this one will never happen, but let's imagine it anyway. From the late 1970s and into the 90s, this Call of Duty spans the globe. By any means necessary, you are tasked with fighting the drug trade at home and abroad. You will travel to Latin America, where you dismantle drug cartels while empowering others to further America's interests in the region. For the controversial Call of Duty level, trademark, you briefly take on the role of CIA agent trafficking drugs out of Burma. This sequence ends in a secret hearing 60 years later. The game concludes in the 1990s with the player tasked with endless raids on poor neighbourhoods to prop up a prison industrial complex. Despite the action set pieces and exotic locales, you'll finish the game feeling like you did after Spec Ops: The Line. You start off thinking you're doing the right thing for the right reasons. By the end you realise how expensive, destructive and pointless this war was in the first place. The season pass also includes a playable Pablo Escobar. Okay, I know I said I was offering alternatives here, but it seems likely the next Call of Duty will return to the Second World War, so let's see how they can keep it fresh. At this point, Call of Duty really should be taking risks, or at least changing up what has become stale. The series has been influential enough to make tropes of its scripted betrayals, iron sights, and regenerating health. How could Call of Duty make itself relevant again in a setting that has been covered so extensively? With some exceptions, like Wolfenstein: The New Order, most World War II video games have emulated Saving Private Ryan.
Nazi scum!
Aside from the almost copy and paste job of the film's big set pieces, everything from the shaky cam, grandiose orchestral score, and emotional worship of abstract ideas like honour or duty are sewn into Call of Duty's DNA. With a new World War II game comes a new opportunity to explore the tone of the story. With that in mind, I would propose a kind of men's adventure stories. These would be funny, tongue-in-cheek tales of muscular men saving damsels from ridiculous caricature Nazi monsters. The game would even feature a kind of comic book aesthetic. It would put you in the shoes of a Doc Savage type of figure, a satirically flawless soldier, scientist, adventurer and explorer. This would be the kind of game where you travel to secret Nazi islands and rescue POWs from experiments. Think Wolfenstein, but kind of silly and fun and light. Imagine a Call of Duty game that worked like a retrospective on previous American conflicts up until now. We go from independence to civil war to the grit of World War I to the righteous battle against fascism in World War II, through Vietnam, the Gulf and the War on Terror. We travel through each conflict as a snapshot of how and why they came to be. The game would be a meditation on not just war, but America's relationship with it. The game would deliver classic Call of Duty gameplay that would shift and change as themes of each conflict challenged ideas of intervention, liberation and conquest. As we progress through chronologically from one war to the next, we are forced to question how we got here. Are we repeating the same mistakes? Is each conflict any more or less righteous than the one that came before it? Maybe it raises the question, what do we expect from Call of Duty? Broadly speaking, the expectation of a Call of Duty game is a bombastic, scripted campaign and extensively supported multiplayer suite. While the Call of Duty games each tell their own story, they're often remembered by their set pieces, the airport massacre, the drone sequence, the betrayal. This kind of vignette structure could tie perfectly into a game spanning wars over history, with each chapter designed as a memorable set piece that feeds into a cohesive message or idea that the game is built around. If that sounds a bit abstract, well, it is. Countless words and images have been contributed to understanding war. Could one of pop culture's most high-selling entertainment products bring something else to that discourse? Call of Duty's cultural relevance, even if it is arguably on the wane, puts it in a unique position as a mainstream entertainment product exploring war. While it will likely never happen, imagine the reach and appeal of that game being used as an interactive exhibition of the United States and war. Imagine a Call of Duty that sold 30 million copies but actually had something to say. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it, write a comment, subscribe to our channel and check out the website for all the gaming news, reviews, features, all that good stuff. I've been Jamie for Hey Poor Player and I'll see you next time.